Hello, I'm Mike from Zeplin, and today I'm going to show you how you can easily and quickly get your assets to developers. But first, today I'm drinking some Yorkshire tea, and it's my second or third tea, so I'm feeling pretty good here. Okay, to business. So in Zeppelin, this is what it looks like to receive an asset as a developer or anybody else. Here on the right hand side, you can see that I have different formats for PNG, WebP, and SVG. And I also get all the different densities for these formats too. So for WebP, I'm getting 1x, 2x, and 3x. You also might notice that this PNG and this SVG are optimized. So actually, Zeppelin will automatically optimize the size of your assets for developers. So this PNG is about 45% smaller, and this SVG is 50% smaller. So some people say, hey, why don't we just do that in our design tool in the inspect panel? Well, it can be a little tedious to do this. In the inspect panel and design tools, usually what you'll have to do is you'll click this plus button, you select the format, and then you have to select the density too. Look at all these different densities. Whoa, there's a lot. So if you have a couple different formats that you need and a couple different densities, just for one asset, you're looking at exporting 6 different assets here. You can imagine that if you've got maybe 10 assets, you're looking at 60. If you got 50, you're looking at 300. So it becomes very tedious to just export all these assets and all these different formats and all these different densities. Well, not to worry, because Zeppelin does that automatically for you. If you mark it for export in your design tool, Zeppelin will just create all the necessary formats for that particular asset. We'll give you the different densities. And usually when a developer is receiving an asset, what they'll do is they'll actually use a third-party tool to optimize the size of that asset. So a smaller asset means that your application runs a lot smoother and faster. So you don't have to do that with Zeppelin. Zeppelin will automatically optimize your asset for you. So as a dev, that just takes another step out of receiving an asset for me. Okay, so don't click 100 million times and export all these different assets and these different formats and these different densities. Just mark it for export and leave the legwork to Zeppelin. We'll create all the formats, all the densities, and we'll even optimize the assets for your developers. So that's how you can quickly and easily deliver assets to your developers with Zeppelin.